Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My dear students, I hope you all are well, safe and sound at home. You know our school has been closed again for the coming 3 October. So we are with you with our little efforts. So dear students, in my last class for the student of Police Lines School and College and for the students of class 9 and 10, I discussed with you about a very easy chapter about the punctuation marks. And in my last class, so far I can remember, I told you the rules of comma and full stop. And today we are going to know the rules of the next punctuation marks. So please join with us and try to understand. So dear student, you know I am Abdul Motalab, senior teacher, Police Lines School and College, Rangpur. So dear students, just you are seeing some picture here. So what are the picture? The symbols. You know these symbols are called punctuation marks, and totally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11 punctuation marks here. And today we are going to learn some of the rules of these punctuation marks. So our today's lesson is punctuation. So what we will learn today, dear student, at the end of the lesson we will be able to identify the symbols of punctuation and apply punctuation to the sentences. So our target only 2 days. We can identify the symbols of punctuation and we can apply the punctuation marks in the sentences. So we should go ahead. So we will start from use of semicolon. You know, in my previous class I told you about comma and full stop, about the rules, and then today I am going to start from number 3, the use of semicolon. So we went to the playground, played football, we enjoyed ourselves. Though here my speeches has been stopped here, has been finished here, so I have used full stop, but we are, as we tell, we went to the playground, played football, enjoyed. When you want to tell a lecture one after another without pausing, then we have to use this type of semicolon after every verb phrases. So we should go ahead. Note, semicolon is used to stop longer than comma. You know, in my last class I told you about comma. For a very short time pause we use comma, but when we will pause longer than comma we have to use semicolon. I hope you have understood. And the number 2, use of semicolon, 2 number rules. He had all the qualifications, yet he did not get the job. So here, if a coordinated clause, you know this is a clause, these 2 are coordinating clause, you know it as a student of class 9 and 10, I know. So you know what is coordinating clause, what is dependent clause, what is independent clause, principal clause, dependent clause, subordinate clause, you have enough idea about it. So here these 2 are coordinating clause. So if a coordinating clause is added with therefore, yet, then, however, so, otherwise, still, nevertheless, and express opposite meaning, semicolon is then used between coordinate conjunction. That means if we would like to join 2 coordinating clause by using this type of connectors, you know these are called sentence connectors or clause marker. If you would like to use this type of clause markers, I must have to use a semicolon between these 2 coordinating clauses. So dear students, Now we are going to know the use of colon, not semicolon. You know this is colon marks. So there are two kinds of voice, active voice and passive voice. Thus, just see the rule here, colon stops longer than semicolon. You know, if the pause become longer than comma, then we use semicolon. If I would like to give a pause longer than semicolon, then we have to use colon here. The example here, it is used to explain any previous sentence or quotation. So this is then rule number 1. This is rule number 2 of colon. Just if we go ahead. So Kamal, why did you do this? Jamal, I had nothing to do. So now look at here. It is used between the name of the speaker and his speech at the time of drama or dialogue. You have enough idea about a drama or dialogue. You write in your writing part a chapter about dialogue. So in the dialogue, we know we have speaker and listener. So speaker and listener, when they give their speeches, so between them and their speeches, we must have to use a colon. Now, dear students, now we will know about the use of question marks. You know, it is called the note of interrogation, you know, but it has some rules. And as a student, every student know the rules. It completely I know. Just I am going to share with you something. So how can I help you? You know, to make an interrogative sentence, we must have to use a note of interrogation after it. So here is a question mark is used after interrogative sentence. We everyone know this. So this is very easy. Now, this is the use of exclamation marks, and this is another easy one, because as a student from class 1 to class 9, you are using this type of exclamation marks repeatedly. So there is an example here. Alas, I am undone. So here you can see exclamation mark is used after interjection. You know, to write an interjection sentence, exclamatory sentence, we must have to use exclamatory marks after the exclamation words. So thank you. So next, use of exclamation marks. This is rule number 2. How beautiful the bird is. You know, exclamation marks may be used before the sentences or before the exclamatory words, or sometimes it may be used after the exclamatory sentence. So exclamation mark is used after exclamatory sentence. So I hope you have understood. Now we are going to use of inverted comma. How comfortable the horse back is, said the little girl. Now inverted comma is used before and after reported speech. As a student of class 9 and 10, you have enough idea about inverted comma. You know, at the time of reading direct and indirect speeches, you have learned it very completely, that without inverted comma reported speech is not possible. So dear students, we are going to next, use of inverted comma, rule number 2. The William Shakespeare was called the King of England. So inverted comma is used to quote a name. So number 2, in number 1 it was the we must have to use inverted comma in the reported speech, and number 2, if we would like to use any quote of a name, then we have to use inverted comma like this. Now we are going to, this is rule number 8, and the use of single quotation. This is not inverted comma, dear students. You know, when we use a single, it is called quotation. Why do we use what? So this is a quotation. So what is the rules? That we use what to make interrogative sentence and relate sentences. Then, so single quotation is used to mention a word especially in a sentence. Now dear students, this is rule number 9, and it is use of apostrophe. And you have enough idea about the use of apostrophe, I know. Just I am sharing with you some words here. So Zishan book, Zishan's book, because we cannot make a sense with these two words, Zishan book. Here the two words are in a separate position, but when I will write Zishan's book, then it will make a single sense. I have a pen, but I have a pen. So apostrophe is used in possessive case and as contraction form. So two rules together, to make a apostrophe and or possessive case, or to make contraction of the auxiliary verb, you know, we must have to use apostrophe. So dear students, we would like to go ahead. So use of hyphen. This is rule number 10. You know, out of 11 punctuation marks, we have already come to the 10. This is a hyphen. Father-in-law. This is not the right word, you know, but if we write down this like this, father-in-law, then we must have to use hyphen between this. So Bangladesh is an agricultural country. Most of the people of the country are farmers. They are poor. They don't know the scientific method of cultivation. There is a hyphen marks. So here hyphen is used to add different parts of a compound word. If we would like to write any compound word, then we must have to use an hyphen and mentioning below the rest part of the last word of a sentence, and you have enough idea about this rule. I know. So we would like to go ahead. So use of dash. You know, hyphen and dash are similar to look at, but don't be fooled. Hyphen is a smaller one, and dash is a bigger one. This is the difference between these two punctuation marks. Dash is used to mean something sudden sense of thinking or idea, words in a position and entering any anomalous part in a sentence. So if I had not lost my all wealth, but why think of the past? So he sold many things. So here suddenly I will change my idea. He sold many things, land, furniture, and etc. etc. So then I have to use all the men. Again I am changing my idea. Suddenly both rich and poor will die. Okay, dear students, so now we are going to use a bracket, and this is rule number 12. I have lost all my wealth, in bracket, my mother. Mr. Hassan is the best English teacher. My mother, all my wealth. He, Mr. Hassan. So bracket is used to explain something clear or previous portion, or to quote something in the sentences. So dear students, though this is a one-line class, it is very much difficult for us to make you do a work in the classroom, but just here you will try it at home. Use punctuation to the passage. Here I have given you a passage. You will try at home to use punctuation marks between this into the passage, into the various sentences. So dear students, I am here giving you the answer. You will check your answer after doing it yourself. You will try to match your answer whether you are right or wrong. So where are you going? So you know this is a reported speech, so I have used an inverted comma, and again this is an interrogative sentence, so I have used a note of interrogation. Said the merchant. So the speech is finished here, so we have used full stop. Again inverted comma, I was coming to see you, and the speech has been stopped, so there is a full stop. Again this is an inverted comma because this is a reported speech. Again interrogative, and here again reported speech to earn my bread by the labor of my hands. Here it is finished, so full stop and inverted comma close. Again inverted comma starts, and do you really want an interrogative, so we have used an interrogative marks and inverted comma close. Said the merchant, here is finished, so this is full stop. Again another speech starts, so we have used inverted comma. Yes, we have used comma. If you have any, there the speech is finished, so full stop and inverted comma close. Again inverted comma starts, then follow me and carry a book from a shop to my house. There it is finished, so full stop and inverted comma close. Again another speech, so I have starts inverted comma. I do not see how I can do that, and comma because the finishing point is here, and inverted comma close, and said the year. So I hope your answer has been matched with my answer. Thank you very much. So dear students, so this was the rules of punctuation marks in my two classes. I have tried my best to give you the rules, but though I know you have enough idea, you have no problem, this is not any difficult chapter for you, but just as a teacher I have tried my best to share the rules of the punctuation marks, so that just you can remind the rules what you have learned from class 6, 7, 8, 9. So just for your reminding, I have tried my best to give you the rules. I hope you will be benefited. So I would like to give you thanks again. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Jazak Allah khair. May Allah bless you.